Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World for another episode of Off the Grid. It's late in the afternoon. You can see I told you I cleaned this out, all these trees, and I wanted to plow it out and put basically my own pasture in with some grass that I could manage aside from all this scrubby old grass that's been around. Not that the scrubby old grass hasn't done what I needed it to do, but this will be much better, much nicer, better for the cattle, in my opinion, and the horse, raster, and whomever else. So yeah, I got this all plowed out. It's all been fertilized up, got the lime down. All I'm doing now is just seeding in some grass. Very nice indeed. Before we get too far along, I have a whole list today, and I would like to say welcome to Tug Adrift, David Cody, CyberX, Amber Craig, Humble Haymakers Fan, Amon Gamer, Inca Lisaki, Fishman85, Daniel Melton, Jason Tejeda, J Herbert79, The Real Kiddo, Carson Anderson, Matt McGiffin, Mobile Goat, Jamie Whitaker, and Zuvi. Welcome everyone, welcome to Harv's World. Thank you so much for wanting to be a part of it. I hope you enjoy being here as much as I do. Anyway, getting on with it. Off the grid, so it's just about time to open the farm market. We are so close. In fact, I think almost everything is ready. And I think tomorrow, well, I know tomorrow is going to be the official grand opening. Now, I did go down to the development office. Not that I have to answer to those folks, because I certainly don't. But I also felt like it might help me out if I let them know what was going on over here. And they thought it sounded like a grand idea, and actually we would be benefiting each other. Just one more thing for them to sell to their potential customers, if you know what I mean. Of course, they're going to try to turn it into something for them, but still, it helps me, so that's all I'm really concerned about. So, I asked them if I could put a sign up. They said, sure, why not? So I've got a sign posted now so that people can see that there is a farm market, which way to go, things like that. We'll go down there. In fact, I think I'm going to set the hours from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's going to be pretty much the open hours. And I'll be down there for the first day. Like I said, I'm not going to babysit this thing. It's going to kind of be a pay-as-you-go, self-serve type of situation. But of course I want to see if, when, who, what, where, and why shows up, and kind of keep track of what people are interested in a little bit better, so I'm definitely going to be doing that. For today, all I really need to get accomplished, because, well, we'll go check the fields here in a little bit, but getting the grass in. This is the final stage of my pasture here. Oh, I know, I need to, I've got some silage. No, I need to wait on that, because I don't know what I'm thinking here. Tomorrow, also, I have contracted, I told you, I've been having trouble with that old silo, and I've been losing some of the stuff out of there because of water damage. And I have the money at this point, so I have contracted a company to come in tomorrow and put in a new silo. You know, this one did a great job, especially since it was basically free. Could almost make the argument that I stole it, which isn't entirely fair, because it obviously hadn't been used in decades. And assuming it was alien gems, which it had to have been. You know, Chuck's been around forever. He doesn't know of anybody else who would have been around to do something like that. So Alien Jim hadn't been around to use it, and anyway, be that as it may, I got great use out of it. It served me well for a time. But, as with all things on the farm, there's always something to be repaired. And right now, it's the silo. So hopefully I'll be able to get one in. They had several different options that they were willing to install. I told them I don't need anything super big, but considering the amount of growth I've had on the homestead here recently, I don't want anything super small either, so it seemed to me like they had a good solution. Not only that, these are professionals who deal with this type of situation all the time, so I was concerned about the possibility of having to dump everything out on the ground. I mean, not everything is ruined. There's still plenty of good stuff in there. In fact, I've got my lime and fertilizer in there, and those have luckily been untouched so far. But yeah, they're even, they'll even bring in trailers and such to transfer all of that stuff to the new silo. So that's pretty darn sweet. No headaches with that whatsoever, hopefully. I can't imagine why there would be, but you never know. So yeah, with a little bit of luck, fingers crossed, I'll spend the day at the farm market tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a few people. I don't know. It's so hard to tell with these kind of things, But I do want to see what's happening down there. And those guys can come in and do their work. I won't be in their way. And then maybe the new silo will be in just in time for all these crops to harvest up. Because there's plenty of crop out there to harvest, let me tell you. Well, not yet, but it's growing. And it'll be the first time. Remember, those fields are brand new, so it'll be the first time that all of that crop comes in. All those fields get harvested for the first time, so I don't even know how much to expect. It's going to be a bit. More than a bit. I'm going to say it's going to be a lot. We will see. We will see. Pierre's been really busy working on his own place and helping his uncle. I haven't heard too much from Hugo lately. I think he's just been too busy to deal with anything, although I did check to see if he would start taking my logs yet, and he said no, he couldn't. So I don't know what to make of that. I don't know what to make of that at all. It troubles me a little bit, but I don't want to get all up in his business. But at the same time, I did put an awful lot of money into that place, so, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Who knows? I trust him. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Most of the time. So, we are going to make our goal. We're going to make the goal of the farm market open on or by New Year's. That's the goal that I set for myself. I think I need to start edging this stuff off just a little bit so I can make a little smoother pass around. Not like the seeder isn't smart enough to know where to plant, if you know what I mean. Oh, and that's another thing. I forgot about this, sorry. So while I was at the development office, I was kind of chatting with the lady who works in there. Her name is Glory, if you can believe that. Interesting name. Um, not uncommon, but it's not one that you hear very often. Anyway, Glory has a daughter named Hannah, and Hannah's a late teenager, basically. 17, 18, something like that. Anyway, Glory has been looking for something that her daughter can do to earn some money. And she asked, since I'm opening the farm market and all of that, if I had any kind of work that Hannah could do. She said Hannah was interested in farm work anyway, was always talking about starting her own farm, that sort of thing. And so I told her I would give it some thought. There's always times when I could use a hand. And it wouldn't hurt my feelings because the guys are always so busy. Not that I can't count on them. If I was desperate for it, I'm sure they would break off from what they're doing and come up and help. But having somebody that I could rely on like a daily basis, and somebody who's interested in learning, and I'll be honest, it would be cheaper than hiring the guys, because the guys are friends and I want to make sure they're well compensated. I appreciate what they do to help, but for an apprentice, for lack of a better definition, and it's not like I'm trying to cheat her out of anything. I'll make sure she's well compensated also, but at the same time, apprentices make less than professionals just simply because part of their pay, if you will, is the education you're providing to them, which is cool. I love teaching. I love teaching stuff. I don't know why I never became a teacher, but I really do enjoy teaching stuff to people. So, anyway, nothing set in stone. I told her I would see what I could come up with. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that all plays out. Interesting turn of events, though. Glory and Hannah. Oh, it's early this morning. Really early. But it's grand opening day. It is grand opening day for the farm market. And I needed to get down here and just put a few finishing touches on the place. I'll show you around just a little bit. You can see the changes that I've made. Nothing too dramatic. Just enough for a little bit of what I would call controllability. So that I can open and close the place as I need. So what I've done, put in some extra fencing just to kind of block things off. Closed off this over here right up to my private gate. But then I've also put in a gate right here, an entryway if you will, that I can swing open when I need it, when I want to open it up. And then I've posted a sign here so I can open and close whenever I want to. That's going to work out quite well, I think. And then, like I said, I talked to Glory over in the development office, Willa Dev Corps, and she allowed me to put a small sign here to let people know there's a farm market in this direction. Put one up on both sides, just so I can get them coming and going. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to open at 9. I've got a couple of hours. Now I brought down the last of my manure. The very last of my manure. Those cows need to get Cows need to get to pooping. I need them to make up some more because I want to keep my apple trees nice and fully grown so that my customers will get their fill of apples. But I figured I'd go ahead and bring down the last of the manure. Just toss it on these apple trees, make sure that they're doing what they need to do. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of cleanup work before the grand opening and see what happens. Yep, that's going to do it. And I have just a little bit left over. That works out perfectly. Just perfectly. And I'll go put this trailer back out of the way simply because I don't need that smell wafting too dramatically in the air, if you know what I'm talking about. And then very much like my you're doing it wrong. Very much like the harvester, I think this tractor makes a nice little decoration. Now it's going to be really helpful and useful for me while I'm down here doing things, but I'm just getting it parked right out here where people can see it. I think they'll enjoy that. Yeah, that's about right. Perfect. You can see I did not get all of the wood split, but I think I've got plenty. I did get it stacked up and organized, although my wood piles are falling apart, but by the end of the day that won't matter. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Now, what else do I have to do? So I did pick up a little bit of equipment here because I just needed something small, which I've said before. I got myself a little bitty push lawnmower. And I'm just going to mow up around here a little bit. If I can drive it properly, push it properly. Let's see if we can just get right along this edge here. It's a little bit herky-jerky. It's old. It's old. Like most of my stuff. It's a beat up old piece of equipment, but it looks cool. It's got a really cool look to it. And it should do what I need it to do. Boy, it, controllability wise, it really likes to bop around. Apparently it thinks every single time I stop I want to pop a wheelie with it. Let's try it. Let's try doing the outer edge first. That might work a little bit better, just to be able to keep going a little bit. It's doing what I need it to do. Fine. It's not going to be the smoothest operating machine I've got on the homestead, but it's doing its job. Just get this cleaned up a little bit, make it a little bit nicer for folks to come in and walk around, pick their apples. What's really nice is it doesn't leave anything behind. It just mulches the grass down, so they don't have to walk through big rows of cut grass. Probably should have done this yesterday afternoon when I could see just a little bit better, because the light coming down through the trees right now is making it hard to tell where I've been and where I haven't. Yeah, it's doing the job. That's all that matters. And clearly it didn't cost much, so That was important too. I really bought it because I thought it was pretty slick. I just thought it looked neat. Just look at that thing. Isn't that just retro rocket cool? And it's doing pretty much what I need it to do. That's the important part. As long as it'll do the job I need it to do. Small area like this, you know, I'm not going to bring a tractor in with a mower attached to it or anything ridiculous like that. Just something small to get the job done. It doesn't look like it likes that patch though. Get back over here just a little bit. I guess what I needed to edge these fences is more like a weed whacker, but I don't know where you'd find a weed whacker up here. Wow, this thing just will spin on a dime if you're not careful. I'm almost starting to feel like it'd be easier if I just pulled it backwards. You know what I mean? I didn't. This patch right here. I didn't realize that. Okay. Hey, I think that looks pretty darn good. That looks real good. Much nicer, much cleaner, much more pristine. Very nice indeed. Almost time. It's almost time to open. Everything looks good, don't you think? Don't you think everything looks good? The farm market, I'm so pleased with this. It's one of my favorite things. Oh, hang on just a second. I gotta take this. Hello? Oh, yeah, that's great. You're almost here? You're gonna get ready? You're gonna get working on that today? Perfect, perfect. Oh, I'd have sworn I sent that. Okay, how much was that? It was 180, right? Yeah, okay. I will transfer that money right now. No problem. You guys go ahead and get that silo installed. It's going to be fantastic. I promise you'll have the money in a matter of minutes. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye. Yeah, so I told you I was having problems with that silo, and it's coming today. Too bad I'm busy down here, but I'm sure they'll do a fine job. Let me take care of that money. Hang on one second. Well, it was expensive, but it was a necessary expenditure, so whatever. Hey, it's almost time. I better get these gates open. I need to get my sign changed. Flip this over to open. There we go. 9 o'clock on the nose. Open for business. Now all we got to do is wait and see. I thought somebody would be here by now, but... Huh. Maybe there aren't as many people around yet as I thought there would be. Oh, wait a minute. Do we have a customer? Do we finally have a customer? Here's hoping. Keep your fingers crossed. I'm just going to play it cool. Chill by the truck. Catch him on the way out. Just checking things out. Nice truck. Not the biggest fan of the color, but good. Had plenty of firewood. Glad he took some. Very nice. Oh, good. Stopping at one of the booths for something. I can't remember which one that is. Might be barley. I don't remember. Anyway, at least he's getting some. Excellent. Very good. I'll catch him as he comes out. I need to get a box or something I can set up for payment up here for when I'm not around. Because like I said, I don't want to be up here all the time. I want to make it a self-service kind of thing. But I am going to need a way for people to leave their payments behind. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'll work that out later. Well, he definitely seems interested. He's stopping at many of the booths, so that's outstanding. Oh, it looks like he might want a hay bale. Very good. Yes, I know. I'm a little bit giddy over all of this. But hey, man, it's my first real venture besides doing something for myself. So, you know, I haven't owned a small business before. This is kind of thrilling. It's kind of exciting for me. Is that it? I think he might have what he needs at this point. Hey, let me check you out, man. So we got a couple straw bales, we got a hay bale, some firewood, and it looks like you've got a couple bags of grains in there, so let's call it 50 bucks. How's that sound? No? Yeah, 60. Yeah, 60. All right. Well, yeah. I think 60 is fair, don't you? Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay. All right, well, thank you, sir. You have a great day. Please come back. Be here for a while, and you can always get this stuff again. Oh, here we go. There's a new one. Karen. It seems a little ironic, doesn't it? Oh well, she's a customer. I have to be nice. She's a bouncy one. That Karen. I hope she got some good apples at least. I mean, it's not the color I would pick, but it's okay. Well, she's buying stuff. That's all that matters. That's what we wanted. I told you these rich folks, man. Now, it's a little slow. It's not starting off quite as dramatic as I would like, but word of mouth is where it's all at, man. It's not like I'm going to be advertising. I mean, I've got my little sign down there, and that's all I'm going to do. You know, this isn't going to be my primary income. I have plenty of other things to bring money in. This is more about, well, it is what it is. I've got extra stuff. I'm actually producing more than I need at this point. So why not take a little bit of money out of their pockets? They're not going to affect my side of the lake. No way, Jose. Uh-oh, here she comes. Alright, looks like a box of eggs, a couple small bags of sunflower seeds, and a bag of apples. I hope you enjoy the apples. That's going to be about $30. Yeah, I think it's a good price. Okay. Great, thank you. Enjoy. Come again. That was a real Karen. Oh well, she's a customer and she paid. No problem. Again, starting a little bit slow, but hey, we'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll pick up. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but it will. Word will get around. Well, this just means I won't have to quite resupply as often as I thought, at least not to begin with. But we're doing okay. We'll be all right. Yeah, we're doing just fine. Might have to restack some straw bales, but hey. Apple trees are holding up nicely. What else would they be doing? Oh, looks like we got somebody else coming in. Oh, that's quite the ride. I gotta go take my cool stance next to the truck and just chill. Like I'm just being all casual. Huh. Well, I guess he was just a sightseer. Oh well, we're gonna have that. We'll have that, no biggie. But hey, look, get an idea, come back later and get something. We're gonna think positive about this. We're gonna be positive. He'll be back. I guarantee you he'll be back. Not today, but I'm sure he'll be back. I'm keeping the positive vibe going, man. I'm gonna do it. Well, it is getting late in the day, 2 paying customers for I think about $90. And one sightseer. I'll just call him a sightseer. He'll be back though. He will be back. We're not closed yet. We got another hour and 15 minutes to go. Not going to close early. It's important to maintain regular hours, which means I'm going to have to come down here every day at 9 o'clock to open up and come back down again at 6 o'clock to close up again. But that's okay. It's a short trip. I would like to see 1 or 2 more people come through before the end of the day, though. Maybe. I don't know. We will see. I should have brought some stuff down here and, changed the oil in the pickup truck or washed it or something. Although it's pretty clean right now. Tires are dirty. It could use a bit of a wash. Not bad. Oh, here we go. This guy came in. He's not fooling around. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing, but looks like he definitely checking some stuff out. That's good. I got to play it cool. I'm just going to chill, kind of keep an eye on him out of the corner of my eye. Hey man, why don't you let me help you out with that? How much of this do you want?
I want the whole trailer full.
All right. Are you good with quarters? Do you need bigger pieces? Because I still have some whole logs I haven't cut yet.
Quarters is fine.
All right. It's going to be a lot of wood. What are you going to do with all that? If you don't mind my asking.
Well, it's for the smoker at the yacht club.
Oh. Nice. So you work over there, huh?
Yeah, I run errands and cook a little bit.
Nice.
So, you been doing this here long, or?
First day, actually.
Oh.
Today's the grand opening. It hasn't
Well, you having a...
hasn't been completely grand yet. Kind of slow getting started. Not many people know about it yet, and people, they aren't really permanent residents up here yet. They kind of come and go, so you never know. But
right.
Yeah.
Oh. You got a way you could load maybe a whole box of potatoes in the van?
Sure, I can do that. Not a problem.
Okay, well, if you can load it, I'll take a whole box of potatoes.
You got it, buddy. I'll just toss this last piece of wood on here. And I'm going to need you probably to move a little bit, yeah. Give me some room to work, but I'll get a box in there for you. I'm going to need a deposit on the box because I need those back. I don't have a never-ending supply of them.
That's understandable. Where you want me to move to?
If you can just back up about right there, just enough. Am I going in the side door of your van, or?
If you can get it in the side door, that'd be good. Or you want, I can open the back up.
Oh, I just figured you wouldn't necessarily want to drop your trailer, so. A little bit tight, but I'll get her. I'll get her.
See if she'll go in the side door there.
Come on, tater box. Now look out, I don't want to hit you.
All right.
Now I'll tell you, I'm going to keep this place going, but it's not going to be manned all the time. I've got a lot of work on my own I got to do. It's pretty much going to be a self-serve kind of situation in the future, but I wanted to be here for the first day at least. You know what I mean?
So what do you grow all this yourself or something?
Oh yeah, I got a farm on this side of the lake over here.
Okay, so it's like farm to table type deal you're doing.
Pretty much, if that's how you want to look at it. There you go. That box went in there just right. I'll just park this up over here right now. Yeah, if it's the, if you're a chef, that'd be pretty much how to look at it. Farm to table. Exactly.
Okay. What other stuff you got going for you, vegetable wise?
Right now, I mean, you can kind of look around here. I got the potatoes, obviously, and I got plenty of potatoes. I'm not going to run out of those anytime soon. We got sunflower. We have got wheat. If you want to make flour, make some bread. I got milk and eggs.
Definitely got to get some milk and eggs.
Got corn, some barley, and some oats. So if you're doing breakfast over there, oatmeal, eggs, yeah, and I got plenty of that. So, and I can grow as much as I need. That's the nice thing. I just expanded my farm. It's actually way bigger than what I need. It was just me up here for a long time. I came up here to kind of live on my own, get off the grid, and but I've gotten to a point where I'm actually doing more than what I just need personally. So figured I would share the wealth a little bit. And of course, we've got all the fresh apples you could ever want right here.
Yeah, I see that. You got plenty of apples.
Absolutely. And they're you pick. I don't pick apples, but you're welcome to come in and grab as many as you like, or bring the family over and chill. I mean, it's a little bit of a park. You can come and hang out here, whatever. But and then I don't know that you'll ever need them, but we do have hay and straw bales on a regular basis. If you ever do like a country theme night, some straw bales would go good for that. But I don't know what you guys do at a yacht club. That's way too upscale for me. I'm just an old farmer trying to take care of himself, but that's what we got, man.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to end up getting some of those oats from you, and definitely some milk and eggs.
Excellent.
Maybe some of that wheat too. Make some bread.
Sounds good. It'd be good with that bread is if you made like a nut bread, like a sunflower bread. That's always good. And if you're ever doing like a classic paella, or even like a cornbread, you could grind that corn right into cornmeal. I don't know how you're equipped or anything, but that's always a possibility, man. Just throwing ideas out there.
Are you sure you're not a chef too?
I'm not a chef. Not a chef at all. I just like food. I like eating.
Right.
I eat simple. That doesn't mean I don't dream of other things. I don't have what a chef would have to make that kind of stuff, but I know a little bit about it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna grab some eggs, some milk, and stuff. Get it loaded up.
Sounds good.
Then I guess I'll get the bill from you.
Okay, that works for me, man. I'll catch you on the way out. Well, it looks like you found everything you need. Let's take a look. We got your load of wood. That's going to be about $50. We had the box of potatoes. That's going to run $2.50, and I'm going to ask $50 deposit on the box if you don't mind. Got about a 20-pound bag of apples. Call that $35. Oats, 40 pounds of oats. Very nice. $80. 5 gallons of milk, we'll call that $10. 3 boxes of eggs, $30. 5 pounds of wheat, $10. 5 pounds of corn, $5. And 5 pounds of sunflower seeds, $20. All that's going to come to about $540. I hope that sounds
That
reasonable
works.
to. Oh, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That sounds good to me. At these kind of prices, if the ingredients work out and everything, we might be able to possibly work up some kind of deal for getting you to supply us
Oh, hey, whatever you
if
need,
you're
man.
going to be here a while.
I'm going to be here as long as people keep coming. So I have no plans to. I'm just getting started. You know, this is day one, and I've got no plans to shut down anytime soon. So you let me know. I hope this all works out for you. If it doesn't, let me know, and I will do what I need to make it right. But I appreciate everything you've done today, everything you bought. Good customer. I like that.
Thank you. The ingredients look good, so hopefully they cook as good as they look.
That's the real trick, isn't it? All right. Well, thank you for your business. Come back anytime. I really appreciate it. You have a good day, sir.
You have a good day too.
Thank
I'll
you.
probably be back.
Sounds great. Thank you. Wow. How about them apples? No pun intended. Hey, see, I told you those rich people across the lake, they were going to want this kind of stuff. I told you that. See what I'm talking about? He was all kinds of interested. Off he goes with his big load of my stuff. Ha 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 ha. Oh, well, I better go get some more potatoes out. He took that whole box and they're all tucked back into the shed now, so I need to get some more out here. Well, I'd call that a successful day. I mean, it wasn't exactly a rush of customers coming through the door, but or coming through the gate, I guess I should say. But you know, had 3 paying customers, not bad for a first day in a place where people don't necessarily live permanently yet. And yeah, had a sightseer. He'll be back. He'll be back. I'm telling you, he will be back. Just a few more minutes and we'll be closing up for the day. Oh, hey, it looks like Pierre's on his way home from the sawmill. In fact, you know, it's close enough. I think I'm just going to close the gate behind him. That way he doesn't have to fool with it. And I'm going to swap my sign back over to closed. There we go. That takes care of that. Close this gate up. It looks like he might be doing a little bit of shopping. Let me get that gate for him. Hey man, just go on. Have a good night. I'll talk to you some other time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're a helper. You don't pay. It's all good, man. Take off. I'm headed home myself. Good day. That was a darn good day. Let me tell you. I think it was a great day. Very pleased with how that turned out. But I'm definitely ready to get home. Even though I closed up a little bit early, I'm ready to get on home. Close up this gate behind me for sure. But yeah, I think that went really, really well. No complaints whatsoever. Was a little bit slow, yeah. Did I expect a few more people? Yeah. But hey, first day, man, we're gonna get there. So I'm gonna get on back to the homestead and catch up with you there. Oh, it's good to be getting back home. See what's happened on the farm since I've been. Whoa, hey, wow. I guess they got the job done. Holy shnikes, man. I'd say the homestead just grew up a little bit. What do you think? Wow. Okay, so they sent me a picture. I saw what it looked like and had a general idea. I didn't realize it was quite that big, but still. Brand spanking new. All nice shiny metal. Look at that thing. It looks out of place with the, you know, my old beat up silo. But hey, I guess you got to grow up sometime. It wasn't cheap either, let me tell you, but they do good work. And they transferred all of my stuff over. That was the big thing, because I didn't know what I was going to do with all of the stuff I had in the silo. So that was part of the deal. 180 grand though. So, you know, but I had the money. It's been sitting for a while, but still. It looks like they even did a nice job of tying the fence right into it. Very cool. Very cool indeed. Yeah, I can see why they pushed it out more toward the road. That makes complete sense. And didn't really get into the road, so that works out pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. Well, what a day. It has been a day on the homestead, let me tell you. And we did make our goal of getting that farm market open by New Year's. First day of the year. My new crops are coming in quite nicely. Look at that. I'm sure they've grown since I drove down to the farm market. Especially these sunflowers. Check these out. Wow. You know, the cool thing about sunflowers, if you've never noticed before, see the heads right here? They're pointing right toward the sun. How cool is that? Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Off the Grid. What an episode it's been, huh? Very nice indeed. As always, I very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. If you enjoyed the episode, do me a favor. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And until next time, you all take care.